Hello guys, my name is Tara Tarot. This will be your monthly reading. I'm starting with Taurus this season since it is your birth month. So let's just get a check-in of where we are at. I'll just jump into this right away. And also this reading is from May 2019 to June 2019. And also this is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in Taurus. Okay. Alright, start here. So you, Page of Wands. I think that you're getting a lot of opportunities this month, which I think is a great thing considering that Uranus has recently went into your sign of Taurus, and Taurus being a slow and steady movement, and Uranus being a rebellion. I feel the things that you want to move against feel like they've just been put on pause, that you have to take even longer of a wait to do what you want to do, and I feel like that's been taken a toll on you. But I think this month you've had a lot of breakthroughs. I feel a lot of opportunities coming for you. I feel like you're looking at things with a new childlike view on it. You know how like a child gets like overly excited about things. You're looking at it that way. There can be a tendency of looking at the opportunities that are coming towards you with rose-colored lenses, but I think for the most part it's your spirit is really driving you at this time. So I think that where you're being led, like you're not being taken astray. So regardless of whether or not the things are too good to be true, it might be to the extent that you're viewing it, but I don't think that it's not meant for you. I think the things that are coming up right now, especially at a very powerful time, such as around your birthday, I just feel like these opportunities are really being magnified. And I think that's definitely beneficial. Oh, why everything's going everywhere today. Okay. I think right now the inner struggle for you is the Queen of Wands. So I feel like you're having a hard time with taking the role and taking the lead. I feel like it's very difficult for you to have the spotlight on you. You value a lot of things, mostly material. However, when people start to show their value towards you, it makes you feel a little insecure. And I feel like with the Queen of Wands card here, I think your biggest problem is actually having the spotlight on you and how you're dealing with that. I feel like a lot of people are really viewing you as loving, passionate, creative, very caring. I think people really want to see more of you, and I think that's giving you a lot of anxiety. But I think that with the Page of Wands, you know, coming out right before that, I think you just need to step into your power a little bit more. So I think you're being asked to really figure out where it is that you feel that you lack, and then recognize that you have to throw all of that out because it doesn't serve you. That thought process doesn't actually get you anywhere, and it's just your default way of thinking. So I think you need to back out of that and kind of allow yourself to really feel the power that other people are expecting of you and are you know, believing is possible from you. I do feel a struggle that is also occurring. The Temperance card comes out. So with that, I kind of feel like, you know, there's a lot of celebrating right now because it is your birth month, and there's a lot of, if you're a mother, Mother's Day coming up, and there's a lot of things worth celebrating, especially considering we're in spring and it is, you know, a beautiful time right now and a time of immense change. But I think there's a tendency to overindulge, so I think you need to watch out for that. I think you need to balance out what you believe is possible, you know, spiritual, like what you feel spiritually, and what you like know is true on an everyday level with like what you see. And I think you need to balance those out, because I think you might have a tendency to either put expectations on things because you feel them but you don't see them, or you might have a tendency to just overindulge and overdrink and overeat and kind of numb yourself to what's really happening and actually blurring your vision furthermore. So I think this month it's really would benefit you to like keep an eye on what you're doing. I'm sorry, I'm like not wording that correctly, but like keep an eye on how much you're really putting your body through. Like if you were ingesting things that you know are toxins to your body, that's okay, but just be aware of how much you're doing it, because after a certain point it starts to damage you a lot like further within, and then when your chakras are unaligned and you really aren't able to have a, you know, a general understanding of what's going on around you, it can lead to a lot of disappointments and problems, and we really don't want that at this time. We're having already enough difficulties having these breakthroughs and these things that are trying to stop us. I don't think that we need anything further obstructing our view. Two of Wands. I think you're striving through for a break. That wasn't English. I think you're striving for a breakthrough. I think that you need to make a choice, and I don't think that right now, I don't think it matters which choice you make. I think the thing is that you need to make a choice, and right now you're just standing still. But you see in this card, he's holding the world in his hand, so he has all the opportunities at his fingertips, but he's just kind of sitting back with them. And the further, the longer he waits to make that decision, the harder that struggle will be to actually start it. So I think what you're striving towards is finding balance in how to make, and like finding the courage to make decisions. And I think that you're going to have to make a major decision with all these wands. I want to say with like a passionate goal, or like a passionate belief that you have after, like maybe it's a passion of making your, maybe it is making a passion of yours into a job, or a passion of yours into like an everyday practice. But I think that you need to really make that choice, and I think you're being asked to do that right now. I think you're having a struggle with moving forward. Interesting. I'm going to take both of them. That's funny. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so I think you have to make a choice. I think, again, the choice doesn't matter between these two options that you're given, but I think it is revolving a creative project that you've been wanting to go after. I think that you just need to start it, and the universe will have your back, because right now there's a lot of destiny that I feel is at play. Just make sure to immerse yourself in that work and not immersing yourself in other dangerous activities to numb yourself of what you're feeling, because your feelings, you're very in tune with your feelings right now, and stop trying to shut that off. With the Chariot card though, I feel like you're struggling to see things in any way that isn't black and white. I think that you're so driven towards security that you question things almost too much. I think you're just being asked to charge ahead and like really give up on what is expected of you. Now, I think you're being advised to stop grieving and sitting and wallowing. And I only say that because you have the reverse Five of Pentacles. I think that right now you're feeling so much loss and grief, and I don't think that grief is a bad thing to experience, but it is when you sit with it for too long because you're wallowing in the past and you just are self-inflicting pain for no reason. And I don't think that that is going to help you like achieve your dreams. So I think that coming out with the Star card is for you to really notice that there is a lot of beauty that even grows through the bad. There's a lot of lotus flowers here. And as most of you probably know, lotus flowers grow in the mud. So I think you need to be aware of that and be aware of where you are, accept where you are. And I think you need to be told that you can't really sit in too much pain. I think you have to just allow yourself to feel happy and balance out the positive and negative polarities that are occurring. The bottom of the deck is also the Four of Pentacles. So just, I think what that's telling me is that there's an underlying issue of a resistance to change and a need to hold on to things for a false sense of security. So I would advise that you look at what it is. I would advise that you look upon what it is that you're holding on to and how much it's really helping you to hold on to those things. If you're spending too much time thinking about things rather than doing, then I think this reading is advising that you start picking up and going right now, because I think the universe is on your side, and I don't think things are going to be finished during this period, but I think especially with Pluto and Saturn going retrograde,